Being a journalist working in a conflict zone is like walking on the edge of a knife.
I think it's seriously affecting the job of journalists here in Peshawar and in tribal areas, because we are facing threats both from the different government institutions as well as from militants. We have been asked not to publish stories, not to broadcast the stories of militants, their statements, their videos. Deliberately asked by some government institution. Those journalists who are working in tribal area, they've been called, they've been harassed, and they've been threatened not to broadcast the stories of militants. At the moment, we are feeling serious pressure, and we are not able to independently cover the military operation which is going on in Waziristan. We cannot even cover the issue of the people who are now settled in different districts as IDPs, because military is not allowing the foreign journalists. Some journalists were also arrested in that area.
All the journalists have a very big security threats, not from the militants but from the security forces too. Personally, we are trying to minimize the risk, but as we are sandwiched between the militants and the security forces, so that's why we cannot follow properly the impartial, balanced reporting.
We are literally living in a war zone area, and we the journalists in Peshawar, are faced with war-like situation here. When we are talking about the media organizations, there is no arrangement for capacity building of our colleagues. They have no idea of how to report hostile environment, and they have no insurance from their organization, no equipment, nothing, no security is provided to them. And when they are going into field, so in the field we are actually sandwiched between the militants and the military. We face threat from the militants as well as from the military. And you are aware of the fact that media people from Waziristan till Swat, 14 people have been killed. So many of our colleagues have been picked up by either by the security forces or by the militants or by the routine kidnappers, and they were tortured, they were harassed, and very recently several of our offices, our media offices, received written threats, letters from the militants, and you will be astonished to know that several of our colleagues in big organizations like the news, they are reluctant to go to their office because their offices are under threat from the militants, and they report from their houses, online reports they do send to their organizations. And if you go to a media office, you will see 10 times more security than the routine nowadays.